We're trying to get the views up, so I thought we'd get Matty Hume involved.
Fire up. Get him out now. Get him out now.
Okay, I want to see a Hopper T S&V sneak on him. Get out.
Post-match swim to ease the pain. Thought it would be nice and just take a backpacker along with us.
Yeah, picked up a straggler. Thought you the right looking, we'll throw in the back. We're at Harbour Beach.
I'm Dane, that's Calum.
We've just had some nice lunch after a nice loss.
Dane looking a little shaky. Cal looking strong as. Who's going to break first? I definitely think Dane.
Seatbelt. I actually have a seatbelt. Hello, fans. Do a trick.
There's a bit of fluff in the way though.
No, adapt. Got to adapt. Nice.
Just come hand, I just chipped to her, it'd be easier. This is Laura. She's going to feature.
Nice day. I'm really enjoying it. Alright, go Dane.
Episode 41 of Outback Hunting. Couple plants and rocks here.
Yeah.
There's a few of these.
What have we here?
This is the rock, aka pebble.
It's good to just ground yourself, immerse yourself,
Found myself on my rock.
be one with the land.
Ah. Yes.
This good, Mum?
Dane, pull yourself together.
A little bit more weird.
I hope Michelle's
Why are you the only deranged one?
This is supposed to be a kind space, Petra. My feelings are hurt.
Give him 3 compliments.
Well, we're both into
Could be cold here in winter though.
Do a trick.
Good college player, didn't amount to much. He's done nothing since he started playing futures. College schmollage. Week 2, round 1 singles. Frothing to get out there. Clean conditions, best conditions we've had in a week. It's been super windy, so just frothing to get out there and play. Just going to find that right balance between pressing forward and not trying to finish the rally too early. Big key for me is ball toss up high on the serve today. Really trying to make sure I'm missing more first serves along the net and seconds for that matter. And just hitting length in the court. So keen to lock in. Yeah, let's go. I did it 6-3, 6-2 up. Did what I asked. I played with really good intention. My ball toss was really high. My stats on my serve were better than ever, really. It was just the right mentality. I was really trying to miss long, mixed up the serve and volley. I didn't actually volley that great, but I felt like I came to the net at the right times, at least. And yeah, just played clear from the ground, clear in general. I felt like I was almost up here observing the match and able to see clearly what was happening out there, and wasn't caught up in my own emotion or strangled by my own emotional constraints. So it was a super positive match. You know, even if I can play with that sort of clear state of mind, that's great for doubles progression. So yeah, hit the showers on the day. Let's go. It feels when you're playing good tennis. It's fully like a drug. you just want more and more of it, and you just have a brief moment of it actually playing the way you would like to, and that just keeps you living, keeps you going. It's hilarious.
Yeah, set him at 5.
Started going middle a little bit, yeah.
Really clear going after.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, you did a great job to break out in the third.
Because it was running away quick, 6-1, love.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, well, I'm going to lose.
Oh, you just went back to the vertical.
I need to lose on my terms a bit, trying to get the position.
Ready? Play.
Babosh. Played a good match. Played a sick first set. Continued the trend of a high ball toss and not missing as many first serves or serves in general in the net. Morani started the match with, as I thought he would, playing quite far back in the court, which gave me the opportunity to serve volley a fair bit and to get forward. Second set came about, he moved his court position up a little bit, which I was hoping he wouldn't. And he started playing more aggressive. I started missing a little bit more, maybe got slightly complacent or passive. A mate, Simon Walsh, another coach, and Dane watching, and it was really nice to have that anchor. This is why I think it's so good to have somebody watching you when you play, because it's that anchor to remind you how you should be playing. Now, I lost my serve. I got pretty angry, got down 2-love in the third, actually threw my racket, and then really became present after that. Became present and went 1 point at a time, and got back to the basics of just trying to take time away, trying to get forward. Found my form again, started making more first serves again, started getting forward, realised that I wanted to play this brand of tennis, win or lose. And came away with a 6-3 win, which I'm super happy to keep a pretty good level for 2 matches in a row, and just means more prize money for me. And more singles wins are valuable also, because then if I'm getting into singles more when I'm traveling and playing challenges, it just helps with money, more free accommodation from the Saturday. It all accumulates. So I'm stoked. Been putting in a lot of work. So, and I just know that it doesn't always pay off, so it's nice to have a glimpse of a reward, ever so slightly. I mean, even just a reward in level. Dana's had a lady fly in this afternoon or tonight, so I'm now without a roomie, feeling lonely. No, definitely there's an element of that, spending so much time in each other's company and just bantering at night and whatnot. So I just went for a nice dinner with a few of the boys, and just going to kick back.
I don't know where to go though. We're here. Just started out.
I reckon you keep starting in the middle, because you cut in the middle, No.
It's actually tough.
This is literally life on this earth.
This is gonna take for a while.
Should you do an avatar arrow? That's nice.
I'm gonna have the smoothest hand. I'm actually lucky I went bald, because I've actually got okay colour.
So my game plan against lefties is always pretty similar. I'm going to try and step in, crush my backhand, hard cross into their forehand, combat them spreading me. I knew Illigan was really good off the ground. I didn't want to be playing reactive tennis too much. I wanted to be controlling the point, looking to come forward. Started off playing free tennis, playing aggressive. As you can see there, looking for net opportunities. Got up early break, 3-1. Was hitting my forehand well, also keeping the left side of my body from not moving away too quickly. There, a little bit of craft, keeping him when I'm not able to just hang laterally and move sideways. A few drop shots mixed in. It kind of turned around quickly, even though I was playing well, from 3-1 up to 5-3 down. But I was really enjoying the match. Really was in a great headspace, was having fun with Dane on the sideline watching me. As you can see there, a bit of serve volley. Definitely mixed in, 30-40% first serve points, serve volley to keep him under pressure on the return. There, just any opportunity to come in, I was jumping on it. kept committing to that game plan and kept competing hard and reading his play pretty well. There's a little chainsaw, vamos. It was a really fun match. I turned it around nicely here. Remained super positive. Body language was great. Energy levels were great. I kept my trend up from the previous match of playing aggressive. There, a little bit of court craft as well, drop shotting, trying to just dictate the tempo of the rallies. Hard and flat in the backhand there. Sometimes, mixing it high and heavy on my forehand into his backhand or drop shotting. This was a massive game here, 4-2 juice. That was such a big hold. Then to kept the aggressive tennis going there, looking for net opportunities. Closed the second set out 6-3. I was really enjoying it. Went on a little patch here in the start of the third where everything I was trying to execute was coming off well. I was seeing the ball like a watermelon, as they say. There was no hesitation in my mind. I was really crushing it, going after it. I was feeling a little bit physically fatigued. I grabbed some pickle juice off Dane just to preempt if it went deep in the third and any physicality issues came about. There, just slapping it off forehand. This game was massive. Then 3-1 up, juice. This point was really big, actually. Still playing a really good brand of tennis. Unfortunately, that slice just drifted wide, and he held. And then 3-2 here, he lifted his level a little bit. I felt my legs fatiguing ever so slightly. Big come on there to save the break point. A long game here, and he passed me with that kind of shank return winner. And then pretty quickly turned around to 5-3. Here I was hanging in, trying to stay with him. I don't think my level dropped too much. I think a lot of credit to him. He played well. There, a little bit of a dagger. Had a warm handshake with him though. He was a quirky fella. He had a lot of funny comments throughout the match.
Best thing ever!
Let's go, Sammy.
That's it, Sammy. Getting wins on and off court.
Upper skimmy, upper!
She brazy, man. Oh, shit.
I took you serious for one sec. Oh god, I'm racking my laptop now. It was a good time. Oh god.
Alright, Sammy's on, not before 10 a.m. How do we feel, boys?
Yeah, come on up, Sammy, we're with you, mate.
Probably the biggest match in his career, really. And a lot can happen.
I'd love to be fly on the wall. Yeah. But no, you got it, Skimmy. Just main thing is within the first 10 to 15 minutes, if you can get the shirt off. You know.
From us, mate. Good luck.
Vamos.
Come on, mate.
Vamos.
Burnie 2 were played in much cleaner conditions, with the wind much less of a factor. It enabled me a better opportunity to play an aggressive brand of tennis, which I think I committed to for the most part. I started off the week really well with a good performance in the first round against Japanese player Ria Noguchi, who I also played second round last week. I found a great balance of aggression and variety, my slice again coming in really handy, like my last week's match against him.
Game, set, match.
The second and third round were a bit more of a rollercoaster ride. I wasn't playing as well and had noticeable dips in my level after a strong first set in both matches. Against left-handed Japanese player Ochi, I had a healthy lead, controlling most of the rallies and points, giving me a 6-2, 4-2 lead. Players can generally loosen up when down a set and a break, which is what happened. He swung more freely, crunching backhand winners and being rock solid from the back. This, coupled with a little lapse of concentration, gave him the second set 6-4. But I was very happy with how I started the third, regathering my emotions and focusing on locking down every single point and committing to a stingy brand of tennis mixed in with some good firepower and variety.
Yep, set a match. Sweeny.
Against McCabe was a similar story. I played a very good first set, sticking to my game plan of using variety and net approaches to make him feel as comfortable as I could. But I played a very loose opening game of the second, which made me a little bit more timid to move the ball around and be the aggressor. I ended up playing pretty scrappy in the second, but to his credit, he definitely lifted his level. I was really proud with how I didn't let my level ruin my chances of winning by worrying about it. Instead, I did a good job of knuckling down and got a gritty 6-4 win in the third, saving a bunch of break points in the third and playing a great game to break at 5-4 and win the match.
Shut up. Game, set a match, Sweeny, 2 sets to 1, 1, 2, 6, 6, 4.
Excuse my congestion and cough. That's from Laura. The time in Burnie's coming to an end. I've got semi-finals today, so hopefully it's not ending today. But I've loved my time in Burnie, and it's been such a nice mix-up after Melbourne. You know, Melbourne's so hectic, so many people, so much stuff going on. You know, the city's hustle and bustle. And you come to Burnie, there's absolutely nothing going on. And it's just such a good contrast. I love the peace and quiet. I'm not too much of a city type of guy. I can handle them for a little while, but not for too long. Just gets too hectic, almost like all the hustle and bustle makes for more thoughts in the head. And I've really enjoyed the peace and quiet, and the ocean swims made me feel more at home, and the cool coffee spots, and just got a nice little community feel. Even though it's quite dead, I've actually really enjoyed it. Not to say I could live here or anything. I think I needed a little bit more going on, but it is a nice change up. And I got Uchiyama today in the semis. Veteran from Japan. Feeling pretty good. Like, I've been feeling a little bit under the weather this week, but really managed to push through and make semis of a challenger, which is definitely, it's a good result. But I think I'm playing good enough tennis now where I'm not just kind of satisfied with the semi. You know, I feel like I can definitely win this thing. But I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I've felt like since AO, I've felt a little bit less rushed to kind of like prove to myself that I have the level, maybe, which is a really nice feeling. Like, I don't want it all to happen or need it to happen this next tournament, or, you know, in India. I feel like it's there. My breakthrough is there. I've just got to keep, you know, the consistent mental application, keep working on my game, and it will happen. Whereas maybe in the past I've kind of thought I'm kind of just pushing tournament after tournament and really putting everything on the next tournament and the next match and even the next point, you know. So I'm putting so much pressure on myself, maybe because it's coming, and I think it's coming from a lack of, you know, self-belief. And now that I've kind of gained a little bit more self-belief, I don't feel that urge for it to happen right now. But I definitely think it can happen at any moment, any tournament. And I'm off to do a little bit more cutting and editing for the videos I've made for this vlog. It's been my kind of morning ritual, making sure I'm on top of it, so when I send it to Liam, it's not just heaps of shit in the video. He can kind of get the good stuff and edit it. But yeah, at the chapel now. I have a different kind of slogan every day. But yeah, I'll looking forward to today's battle. Vamos.
Little look at our first round doubles. My partner Blake Ellis played really well here. He was imposing at the net as he did there, nice hands. I was struggling for first serves a bit at the start, but got better as the match went on. As Blake dealing with the overhead nicely. We played a pretty clean match, didn't do too much wrong. Were comfortable on our own serve, and as you can see there, took the match 7-5, 6-2. Into the second round, we had an opportunity to take revenge against Imai, who we'd lost to with a different partner on the first week. Nice knock-off volley from me there, not too much swing. As you can see here, I'm not under too much pressure from the net player, Moria. So I'm able to kind of hang cross-court, not feeling like the court squeezed too much. And these guys are probably better singles players than doubles. There we go, a good volley from Blake, punching that ball through the middle, not under too much pressure. Probably should have put that volley away on my behalf, but good overhead there. Yes, like that. Great return, opening the shoulders, good sign of confidence if I'm swinging at my returns line. Nasty volley from Blake there, love that one. Here's a little bit of Sweeny-esque hustle from him on memory. Yep, here we go. Bounce smash, and he's back there, puts it back in play. You never know what can happen from there. This was probably our cleanest match of the two tournaments so far. We didn't make many errors. We're pretty good on serve. Kept an aggressive brand of tennis up. And as you can see there, 6-1, 5-1. Not often the case in doubles, having a win that convincingly on the scoreboard. A little slap there from me to get it over and finish the match. Good match on our behalf. Confidence was building.
Here we go. The men behind the scenes. 7 p.m, all the players are gone, having dinner, packed up at home. These guys doing the hard yards. Still here digging. Stringing our bats up so we can play. Not mine. Yeah, life on the tour, brother.
Semi-final against Ben Locke and Yuta Shimizu. They were a really good team. Locke had a really good reflexes today, better than I was expecting. Shimizu is a tough customer, able to flick the ball wherever he wants, it seems. We started well. It was a lot of good play from the servers. Here we go, Shimizu, a little bit of craft, just had a racket face awareness and control. On serve here, we were playing pretty good tennis from both teams. Locke was tough to get involved on his service game. Shimizu knocking those volleys off, making the court feel small. Here we go, set point in the first. I felt like I made Locke play an okay volley there, not too easy, and he came up with the goods. Too good, and this was super unfortunate. I 6-all in the tie break. You've just, when in doubt, you got to hit the ball. Here I am. He was wind behind his back. I thought that was sailing long. Landed the foot in. That's a dagger. Sorry, beard. Then we got down to early break. Maybe a slight emotional hangover from the first set, even though I was trying to counter that exact thing happening, and it slipped away pretty quickly to 2-5. Definitely. A lot of credit to them. They played well. There we go from Shimizu. Righto, mate. Rail that. A little bit disappointing to not apply more scoreboard pressure in the second set. But overall, a positive week. And definitely kind of know what I got to be working on. Just got to keep putting the hours on the serve. I got to keep trying to be more active at the net and variation on returns, and I know I've just got so much to work on, so motivation's high after that one.
Very slow and clean conditions, mixed with a lot of matches under my belt, helped me find a very high level and aggressive brand of tennis against Uchiyama. Unfortunately, he retired injured at 6-2, 3-1, but nonetheless, it was perhaps my best match of the year. I felt before the match I had really already accepted the loss. This maybe stemmed from my good start to the year and the added self-belief which perhaps the less self-believing me needed results to prove itself worthy of. Accepting the loss and believing you can win aren't mutually exclusive. For me, I've found that this is the space where I give myself the best chance of finding the groove on court, being less restricted by fear to play the big picture tennis, which is what will take me further up the ranks. Do some of these ones. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
He's ready.
Accepting the loss and believing you can. For me, I've found that this is a space where I give myself the best chance of finding the groove on the court, being less restricted by fear to play the big picture brand of tennis. Yeah, use brand more. For me, being less restricted by fear to play the big
Currently 6:57 a.m. in Burnie on finals day. Still got a cough. It's a souvenir Laura left for me, a little cough. It's been nice actually this week just having it. Don't feel as lonely now. Just about to head off to get my morning coffee. It's at the chapel. Walton, is an extremely tough competitor, doesn't miss. Great first serve, hits his spots really well on his first serve, and he knows how to win. He's done it at the challenger level before. He's won a challenger final, and he's doing super good, ranked about 160. Last time we played was actually 4 hours 45 minutes for a 3-setter, so I'm gonna be ready for an absolute war. I'm looking forward to it. My first ever challenger final. So again, I'm not too worried about the result. I'm pretty happy with a final. Obviously, I'm not here to make final. I'm here to win tournaments. But in the same sense, I'm just really happy with the way I'm playing, and I feel like my tennis is really going in the right direction. And I really feel now I know how I need to play, and I believe that if I can really commit to the way I need to play, then I can really go far in the rankings. So another day to get better and improve and test my skills and under pressure in a big final. So I'm sure it's going to be an absolute battle, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm going to enjoy it for sure. From the get-go, I really wanted to let Waltz know that I was here for the battle, and I was going to stay with him in these long rallies, and that's what we're both pretty good at, being able to keep the ball in, and we move well and anticipate well. So we had an absolute monster point at 15 all, and that really set the tone, I thought, for the match. Burnie's quite slow conditions, and the balls are quite fluffy, which makes it extremely hard to kind of get free points and kind of win the point quickly. And particularly against Walton when he has great shot quality and covers the court well. I've noticed Walton's, he's definitely, obviously he's been climbing the rankings, but you can see a noticeable kind of a change in his game, hitting his forehand a lot bigger, and still 7 great. It's a fluky return there, I'll take it though. Yeah, a lot of long rallies at start. I was kind of just trying to play a bit of a chess game with him. I knew I wasn't going to be able to hit the ball through him, so a lot of slices and a lot of change of paces. As you can see there, I went slice into a kind of big forehand, really changing up the speeds and paces of the points. Walt's being able to dictate a lot more with his forehands, become much more of a weapon. And me trying to use my slice again, and then again go hard into his forehand. That drew a couple errors, which was a pattern I went to a couple times actually, or a few times in this match. I was trying to use my slice a fair bit against Waltz. It just gives him another look at a different ball, because he can get in such a good rhythm off the ground where he's not missing at all. That slice was a little bit average, but again, just making him kind of have to use his own pace and make him absorb. Yeah, there he's using his forehand really well. That's another thing I noticed. I'm not sure if it was a thing he's working on massively, but his volleys, that was a pretty nice point there. His volleys have gotten a lot better, that's for sure. Oh, good dig. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was actually a scary lob. And I was kind of fighting to stay in this first set even early on. So that was a big point to kind of get that hold and kind of try and turn momentum in my favour. Remember, I played a really good game here. Another nice Lado lob there. Thanks, Rusty. And then Waltz did an uncharacteristic kind of, I don't know if it was a tap out or just felt a bit of pressure. I remember that game I was really solid. Kind of let him know that I'm not just going to kind of give him this set. I was really going to knuckle down and make him kind of beat me. But yeah, a couple loose areas I remember, and Waltz just stayed so solid and got a love 40 here. I was getting a bit frustrated at this point. Cross winner, yep, that's not good enough at this level. Yeah, I was pretty frustrated. I was kind of got the match back in my hands a bit, and then gave him, he kind of got the next 4 games. So it was a really big emphasis on the start of this first set here, and Waltz just kept coming up with really good shots and made it really tough for me. I was under a lot of pressure, him serving super well and just moving me around and not giving me any cheap points. I was getting a bit worried here. I wasn't really executing, and my kind of grindy game style, Waltz was kind of beating me at that. So I made a conscious decision here to really step up my speed, my forehand, and just balls up and execute. And that's what I was forced to do. And I think this set you'll see a couple nice forehands from me. I was really kind of pressured by Waltz to kind of come up with better shot quality, and I think I did that well with my forehand. Nice there, just a sneaky snake. And it kind of went pretty hot. Unfortunately, it couldn't show it on the scoreboard, but I got pretty hot from here, from the 3-2 game. Saved a game point and. Yeah, just did a really good job to stay composed, even though I felt like he was getting on top of me, and just really knuckled down and problem solved. Realised what I had to do and take a bit more chances. That here got away with it. Oh, did I get away with it? Yeah, I got away with it. Backy line there, that was nice. It was really big to try and get one of these next breaks back. Waltz is probably starting to see the finish line. I had to do something, Started hitting my forehand big, coming in a bit more. Good point there. Put it away, mate. Good. Oh yeah, this point. Good, lucky net cord and just made him come up with a... Looked like it made semi-easy volley, but I hit that pretty hard, and bit of pressure made from Walty. He knew that was such a big point. And from here on, I really felt momentum kind of go in my favour. I started getting the upper hand in the rallies. Waltz maybe started to feel a bit of pressure with the kind of my presence at coming forward and using my forehand. He didn't dip his level too much. I remember I had a couple little chances I didn't take. Such slow balls and conditions. Even though Waltz has got a great serve, we definitely were in a lot of each other's service games. Him probably more in mine. He definitely has the better serve. But even then, I feel like there's a lot of just slogging off the baseline, as we both expected it would have been. We're both quite consistent. But that was a big point there, save kind of that. There was 2 break point opportunities for him, and did a good job to stay aggressive here, even though I was kind of business end of the set, and just committed to the game style I knew I needed to do to win, or to give myself a chance to win. Good slice forehand there. Wow. Usually it's a kind of decent play against someone from the back, slicing, make him come up in the court, make him hit low. But Waltz handled that really nicely. 5-all here. Really getting to the business end now. I wasn't too tight here. Maybe a little bit, but I was feeling nice. I was playing well. Kind of seeing my forehand well. Nice there. I've really felt like I was hitting my forehand great in this set. Maybe I was struggling on it. I was spraying a few first set and a half, but really found it here. Kept committing to high racket head speed. Bit of lazy footwork there from me. Another nice forehand, getting him on the stretch and coming forward, trying to take it to him. That was an average pass. If you're going to go to the forehand, it has to be good. Put it away. Nice. I remember Waltz played a really, really strong tiebreak. He served great. I reckon 2 aces unreturnable and finished with a great serve here. But yeah, congrats to Waltz. It was a good match. Definitely had a couple chances, but he played extremely well and made it very tough for me. So congrats to Waltz on an amazing start to the year. And stoked to have played my first Charlie final this early in the year, and hopefully I can play a few more. Vamos!
People that are interested in Australian tennis, like Aussie players and Aussie fans, Aussie tennis fans, it's interesting for them to get an insight of what challenges are like in Australia compared to overseas, just after playing, like both you and I playing the first full year last year. What do you think?
It's definitely noticeable right from the first round and through the final. It's a noticeable difference to overseas. There's nowhere near as much crowd. And even around the towns, like in the towns you play, there's no marketing. There's just no one even knows like the tournament's on. Like when you go overseas, there's people filled at the clubs. It's more of like a lifestyle. There's a bar there. There's music. There's food there. Like stuff going on. So people are more attracted to come to the courts. But I feel like tennis, it's usually pretty dead, and that maybe it comes down to the places they put them at, and definitely the marketing is. I feel like people care about tennis in January, and then no one even knows what else is on besides that. And even when you're at Burnie, all the people are like so glad that the tournament's on. They love it, and like it's such a small town. But that even though there wasn't heaps of people, better than other Aussie charities, but you could just tell they really loved the tournament and they just frothed it. I think all the workers there were volunteers. It was run purely by the members. The whole tournament was run by the club itself and the members.
Yeah, it's a bit of a better showing than when we play Playford in Sydney. There's no member feeling there at Sydney Olympic Park or Playford.
So people are just employed to go there to work for that tournament, and then that's it.
Yeah, it's really dead. And when we've played a lot of the challenges in America last year, they'll have a commentating booth for the centre court. Mike Kay should be doing the commentary. I noticed in India here there was commentary booths set up at the back.
And there's housing in America.
Televised.
So that kind of creates a good feeling.
You just naturally have so many more people get around it.
And it's tough because the population's obviously a lot worse, a lot less.
Yeah.
In Australia, but still, there definitely could be a better job.
But you think about bringing Laura, for instance. I know she has a tennis background, bringing her to Burnie Challenger, or if just the step down as well from when you're going from Australian Open, and then you have like 6 to 8 players that were playing Aussie Open that are playing Burnie, and there is absolutely no interest.
At the final, there's probably 50 people, which is probably 40 more than other Challenger finals in Oz.
Yeah, and most days there was 10 people coming to watch. It's pretty bad. But as you said, there was no discredit to the people at Burnie.
They did a great job. They did an amazing job, I thought. And you could just tell they're so passionate about it. They really loved tennis, and they loved helping the players out. Yeah,
it'd be cool if Tennis Australia, we have the live stream platform for all the matches. It'd be kind of cool if they linked that to their website or social media, and when the wildcard playoff was on, they'd have it live streamed on YouTube. There's just a lot of people that aren't always following the Challenger Tour, but maybe want to tune in for the Australian ones. Maybe they don't know how to access it, so it'd be cool if it was advertised a little bit better off Tennis Australia social media and website and everything. I feel like they could do the same for junior nationals even as well, and create more hype.
It's free, and you get to watch world-class players. So you assume people would want to come to watch if they knew about it.
Yeah,
it's not. I don't think it's a fact. I don't think it's people don't care about tennis. I feel like they just don't know.
Yeah,
felt like I found a good balance, like mentally, when I wasn't so pent up with emotions. I was able to be pretty relaxed on court and smile in pretty uncomfortable situations. Like against McKay, for example, wasn't playing great, and had break points down against me in the third, but still in those situations I was able to smile, which kind of showed me, I know you don't have to be so stressed out, and you can still be really focused with the kind of with a smile on your face. You know, they aren't mutually exclusive. Having fun and focusing, you can do both. And I think if you get that balance right, you're going to enjoy yourself and be able to really focus. And I think I learned a lot about my mentality. I think I did a much better job of being aware of what was happening on the tennis court rather than kind of getting caught up in my emotions. I was able to be much more tactically aware and play much smarter. And I don't think I necessarily played. I think I still played good most of the time, but I think just even this year in general, I've just been playing smarter tennis, and I think that's because I've been much more aware of like what's actually happening. Because my energy's not sucked into my emotions or how I'm hitting the ball or what might happen, what could happen. Obviously, those thoughts come into my head, but I feel like I've done a better job of not adhering to them and not kind of getting distracted by them and just really taking in what's going on. So I think I learned that I've been playing much smarter tennis, and even I think it showed because I wasn't necessarily playing great tennis sometimes. I still found a way to win.
Yeah, I think that trickled off the back of your qualies.
Yeah, I think it definitely came from self-belief. You know, I wasn't, because I did good at AO, I wasn't like, shit, I need to go well. Like, I've already done well, so it kind of was camel off the back. What's that saying?
Monkey off the back.
Monkey off the back.
Camel would be pretty heavy.
Yeah. Light camel.
Yeah, light camel off the back.
So yeah, I had a camel off the back, so I feel like that just allowed me to just go, it's alright, like even if you don't go well, you still had a good start to the year in a weird way.
Yeah, it could have been the opposite, the extra pressure after going well, but it looks like there's less noise in your head and you're able to implement your tactical brain because you're not caught up in emotion, you know?
Yeah. I think I've just been I feel like I've been able to dedicate myself to being more professional, like doing all the right things, but it's not like force. It's not like, I should do this, I've got to go stretch now. I've just been loving, just probably because I've been doing better, just been loving all the parts of getting better.
Yeah.
A bit more.
Yeah.
What about you?
I agree. I second that. I've been, I think one thing I learnt last year is, I know we're talking about what we learned from Burnie, but I learnt that it is such a long year and it's so much I have moved away from a panicky feeling of needing results now, even though I didn't really go well in Burnie. Like it didn't go horrendously, and I actually felt like I played decent. I didn't feel panicky. I didn't feel like
a really good singles.
I played, that was a breakthrough in just the mentality breakthrough of that second week, playing. I mean, singles or doubles on the tennis court, playing under pressure with freedom, the right brand of tennis, and I learned that I have so much more enjoyment in the commitment to that process, and I guess I learned that I'm going to be thanking myself come July, August if you stay like that. So even if the results don't come straight away, and I'm not doing everything thinking, this is going to pay off. I'm doing everything thinking that this is a cool job and this is a fun thing to do. And I learned also, I had in my singles also, I served a lot better, and I learned that it really complements my serve. I really need to keep up volume of serving. I was serving a box of balls before each match, every single match on the grass. I was pronating. I was doing open stance pronating and then normal pronating from the service line, and then just serving. And I just found I just have a lot better rhythm going in. I was really focusing on not serving in the net, which was a big one for me.
Well, I think it's one of the hardest things in sport, like coordination-wise, like being able to serve.
Yeah.
I think it's such a fine margin shot where if you don't practice it, it's so easy for it to go off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so I found that rhythm a bit better. I've learned, I've gone up a level in terms of like body maintenance this year, and
I feel like we've been doing a better job.
Yeah, it's been
afternoon
good.
stretching and
they call the camaraderie. When both of us are keen, when one of us is keen on doing stuff, it helps so much for the both of us.
And when it becomes a habit, then you don't even have to. Then it's not so much of a chore, and it's just like it's just like brushing your teeth. You just do it. most of the time.
Yeah.
I feel like another thing in my tennis, I'm not so like much. Oh, win! You have to win this next point. It's more like I need to win this match. So
Yeah.
I'm playing points more not to win the point, but to win the match. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, if I hit them coming off a second, let's say I missed the return, but they're thinking, oh shit, like, and then I do it on a big point, and that's gonna win me maybe a set instead of what could have won me that point before. So I feel like my tennis in matches that I've been trying, it's been more of how am I going to win this match, and not necessarily like fuck, don't miss this next point.
Yeah, and then you can extend that to match or calendar year. You know, how am I going to get? How am I going to get to the top 100 by playing this brand of tennis? I found that as well in doubles. I'm like, oh, if I'm going to actually be better, I've got to be way busier on the court. I've got to be a bigger presence. So I've been trying to, even though I didn't go that well, I felt like I doing a better job of playing the right way, and knowing that if you're committing to playing that brand of tennis over a longer period, it's going to serve dividends. And even in the singles side of things, it was just again a case of that. It was taking the bull by the horns.
It's almost like success.
Going after it.
It's like the success definition of success is maybe changing a little bit. Well, for me, I feel like I feel a bit more successful if I'm committing to the right way of playing, because I know like if I do that, it's going to give me a much better chance.
Yeah.
So I feel like that. Yeah, I feel more successful the more I commit, not necessarily the more I win.
Yeah. Do you notice any change in your mentality financially after qualifying for Aussie Open, or does that not change much for you? No, less stress or anything?
I mean, I'm going to work with Wayne Black, hopefully, so, I mean, I think I would have done that anyway, even if I lost first round qualities. I think I just would have committed to it, so no, not necessarily. I think it will help if me and Wayne work well together and we travel for the rest of the year. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that without doing well at AO, so I think it definitely opens up doors, but I haven't really. The only thing it's changed for me is a bit more self-belief. Yeah, there's more money in the bank, but it hasn't changed the money hasn't changed how I felt. I haven't bought anything lavish yet.